Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and descendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you, and I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings, not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have the Lovers card. This is your card, right? As a Gemini, this is your card, it's your energy, it's an energy that you are acquainted with. That ambidextrous touch and feel is what comes in, but it's also a card of choice. It's a card of making decisions, or more importantly, it's a card of actually having options. The fact that you've got this as your key to the week means that across the board, new options are opening up for you. New ideas are possible now. And when it comes to the love sector, the love card, the Lovers card, always suggests that your partnership, your relationship, or the most prominent connection in your life is being put under the spotlight in some way, shape or form. So partnerships, relationships are definitely going to be prominent for you this week, but also the emerging options. That's the feel that I get from this. It's going to be the options that are starting to show up for you now, start to become really, really evident. With that said, remember your 2022 readings, taroscopes are up there and out there. For your purchasing pleasure, you can get yours on the link in the description box below, or one of those little floating things above my head in just a moment. All right, so for your actions and options this week, you have the Four of Swords, right? So in a lot of ways, this basically says, because you've got the Lovers, right? So like I said, there are options here, but this is you considering those options. It's like you're not making any hard and fast decisions. I actually think this is really nice. Gemini is known for being quick-witted, nimble of mind, like always dotting about here, there and everywhere, doing something and everything actually. This week it actually looks like there's a pause, right? There's a moment where you're actually taking time to really consider what are going to be my best next steps. How is it that I can actually step forward here in a way that really feels aligned with where I truly feel like I'm supposed to go at this moment in time. There's a contemplation here as well about a partnership or a relationship. So for those of you that are already in a relationship, maybe you're thinking, you know what, I don't know if I want to put the brakes on this or if there's something that needs to cool down. For those of you that are newly seeing somebody, maybe this is a moment at which you're asking yourself, do I actually see a future with this person? Do I actually see this going anywhere? And more importantly, it does feel like some of you will have some new possibility or potential person showing up for you, right? So this is going to be a very interesting week for sure. For your communications and conversations, you have the King of Pentacles. A Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo person, likely to be a Taurus, Capricorn or Virgo male, might feature for you this week. Now, look at this. There are options in the career. There are options when it comes to your work, things that you could do, things that you may want to do or may want to get off the ground. Now, I will say this, for a select few of you, it looks like there is a new revenue stream emerging. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this is going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort for you to put into practice. It is going to take you to really be present, right? So this is, and I say this out of all love, Gemini tends to skim a lot of things and have a lot of knowledge about lots of different things. It's not necessarily known for specialization. However, and I've talked about this, I think it was in the monthly reading for Geminis, I actually feel like a lot of you are coming into this space now where you are starting to get that specialization mindset or energy really locked in. And the fact that you've got this underneath the Lovers card suggests to me that it's like a new avenue has suddenly opened up for you. And now you're saying to yourself, yes, I'm ready to do this, or I'm ready to start really giving my best to this thing. Excuse me. Which is great. So for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this card often speaks of promotions, right? And with the Lovers card here, so for some of you, this could speak to a promotion. For others, this could speak to a new potential job or work area or arena opening up for you, which is great. There's a lot here, because you've got this Four of Swords anchoring you in your actions and options. It's like no matter what shows up this week, you're not doing the usual thing of just jumping straight in. You're taking a minute to say, all right, you know what, I've got choices here, so you know what, let's make them based on the facts, right? Which is something that you are very good at. When it comes to your business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, people that are wanting to work for themselves or branch out in some way, shape or form, this could be a really great week. It looks like whatever skill you are gaining or acquiring at the moment, I don't think you realize how well you're doing or how well you're going to be received. This is actually very exciting. When it comes to your those of you that are retired or no longer working for any reason, the King of Pentacles is really asking you how to put the skills that you have into practice on a practical level, and maybe how to create a revenue stream out of that. Maybe this will see you becoming a teacher, but more on a practical level. For a select few of you as well, this is about you looking at your investments, what you're doing with your money, what your finances or your resources are currently doing for you. You know, this is one of those moments where I guess you're asking yourself, is my money working for me as hard as it could? Overall though, communication is good this week. It looks like you're having a lot of conversations about ways to advance your situation. For your love and relations, you've got the Six of Wands, right? So this is nice. It's a fiery, passionate, energetic week where the partners that you have, the people that you're connected to, are really feeling you, right? And for this reason, it kind of feels like you're being not selective with your energy, but it's almost like you're not prepared to, like usually Gemini's like, yeah, I'll be there, I'll do it. And it's like they just dot around everything. But this week, not just on a work front, actually, it feels like you are really starting to understand that actually, you know what, I've got staying power, I've got stamina, and I want to put that into practice. This Six of Wands then gives you this allure, this magnetism, this sensuality and sexuality that is pouring out of you. And I think a part of that is because of this slowdown. It's like now that you're actually standing still and taking time to move through things at a pace, people can really see who you are and what you're made of, what you're capable of. For those of you, if you've been pursuing somebody for a long time, and maybe you thought, you know what, I give up, they're just obviously not interested. This could be the week where that switches, where this person actually now starts to really pay attention to you. When it comes to those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be a week, this could be a week where you and your partner are turning a corner, right? So it looks like there's been maybe some intense conversations. Maybe there's had to be some make-up energy, and I'm not talking about the good kind of making up. I'm talking about the tough stuff where you have to sit and talk it through and decide, you know, oh, is this the end of us, right? It looks like a lot of you have really put that work in, and this week you're going to get the payout for that, which is great. For your money and materials, you have the King of Wands. So you've got two kings here. Two kings represents minor council. So this week, expect to be called into a meeting, expect to be offered an interview, expect to be having conversations above and beyond what you consider. This could be a really great week for you, actually, on a financial level, on a professional level, and even on a personal level. I feel like there's a lot of advancement here, and it's because in a lot of ways you're starting to really balance out this idea of having to do everything with having to be good at things. I really like that for you. Now, King of Wands, usually a fire sign male, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. When it comes to your finances specifically, this is something that you are planning to put yourself out there with, right? Whether this is you're going for that promotion, whether this is that you're launching that business or that product, whether this is that you're reaching out to people that you think could be, you know, partners in some way, shape or form. There is advancement in this week. It might not be fast, it might not be overt, but there's definitely forward momentum. And now when it comes to your physical health and vitality, I love this card for physical health and vitality because it gives you a lot of energy. And do you know the beauty of this as well, right? You've got all of this energy, but you're not expending it. It's like you're just holding on to it. And so you're not getting even pent up. It's like you're now holding this higher vibration, this higher vibrational energy. It's a sense of wisdom, and it's like rather than flitting here, there and everywhere and dissipating that energy, you're just holding on to it and becoming more magnetic as a result. This is really powerful stuff. When it comes to your health and vitality as well, this would usually be your noggin, so your head, your eyes, like all of this kind of area, maybe even a little part of your ears, nose and throat as well, and certainly the upper part of the jaw. So if you find this week that you feel really like you're holding a lot of power, do some meditation. All right, that would be a way for you to hold on to this vibration and this power without having to dissipate it. The reason I say this is because you're used to using energy in a very different way rather than holding it or storing it. And I feel like it's not time to expel this yet. Now, when it comes to your home and environment, the King of Wands, I mean, this could be party time, this could be get together time, this could be inviting people around if you're in places in the world that is possible. If not, this could be you maybe preparing the home for when that is a possibility. That could be lots of fun. When it comes to your new moon message, so on the 4th, we've got that new moon in the sign of Scorpio. Your new moon message is the gate 18 and perfection. And the message with this card is seeking perfection. The act of seeking perfection just demonstrates that you care. But there is also the understanding that there's no such thing as perfection, right? What's perfect to one person is awful to another. It's kind of like that whole adage, right? There's no person that's beautiful to everybody. So what somebody sees as like, oh my gosh, that person's absolutely beautiful, another person could be like, oh, that's really not my type. And this is the way that the cosmos is balanced and keeps spinning, right? This is the beauty of life. But that new moon is really trying to highlight to you that the reason you are in this sphere of gathering and gaining this energy and this power is because you're doing the real work, the inner work. It's not just about showing up in different places and being able to do lots and spout off facts here, there and everywhere. It's about being present, right? And doing that work of your own inner perfection rather than, you know, looking perfect to everybody else or knowing everything in front of everybody. This is a very, very different week for you guys, and I actually think it could really advance you quite a lot. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.